Hello and welcome to Weekly Geek Speak. I'm Andrew.
I'm Scott.
And I'm Steve.
I've got pins and needles. It's horrible, I hate it. It's because I've been jumping around.
Do you ever get it in your hand?
Yeah.
When you're like being on your side?
Yeah, and I hate it. And then it goes numb, and then after the numbness comes the pain.
Yeah.
We're a Weekly Geekly podcast which talks about pins and needles in your arms. You can find us on Twitter at Weekly Geek Speak 2 to interact, comment on anything we talk about. We'd love to hear from you. You can like us on Facebook. We don't use it that much, but go on it anyway because we could do with some more likes. You can also subscribe and review us.
We don't use it much, so they won't go there.
But let's be honest.
I know we don't.
No.
We go on it like once a week, whereas Twitter's every day. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, hopefully we're getting a bit better at that with Lucy on the blogs now. Please do send Lucy your blogs if you're interested in writing for us. And also you can subscribe and review us on iTunes, Stitcher, Podcastland and Spreaker. Let's get on with this. This week we will be killing more Pokemon, so make sure you check out the Weekly Geek Speak page, because if I've had time, I will be putting up a sheet where you can play along and strike off the Pokemon.
It'll be interesting to know if you had time. We'll
see.
know by the time this is out.
Edit this bit out. And also,
you'll keep this in, please.
We'll be Mean Geeks, where we each all rate some movies and we work out the best. And this week it is Pixar. That'll be interesting.
It's a mathematical pun.
Before we start with Open Forum, I just want to talk about a couple of movies that I've watched, and really it's the apology to the awards nominations that we did, because the horror one we struggled with. We struggled with, and I've since seen Babadook and Wolf Cop, and I put them both in there, to be honest, over Housebound and Starry Eyes. And then I remembered something we had seen, and we didn't nominate.
Oh, what?
And it's one of my favourite horror films for the past few years.
Oh, wow.
And I watched it again, and I was like, I'm a fucking idiot.
What was it?
Dead Snow 2.
Oh,
yeah, you loved it, didn't you?
Absolutely brilliant. It's a movie made for me because it's stupid.
You didn't like it as much, did you?
I didn't like it as much as Andrew. I enjoyed it, but
It's brilliant.
Oh.
It's got babies being blown up, disabled people being stamped on by Nazi zombies.
Yeah.
All the things I love.
So mean-spirited and funny. It's great.
Well, it's on the whims of our memory, unfortunately.
I know.
And the other one that I wanted to say, and this is funny because the amount of times we brought it up in jest about it being a Decommend that we have to watch the go-to film to be a Decommend if we watch it. In Between Us 2. I saw it.
I read the blog on the website.
Lucy blogged it, and you know what? It's the movie that I wanted the first one to be.
That's what the blog said, and it made me more inclined to watch it sooner.
Yeah, same.
It felt like the TV show. It really did feel like a long episode. It did because the movie felt like them trying to do the movie thing.
Yeah.
Whereas this just feels like they're going on a road trip, and all the silly, childish, disgusting, grossed out humour. And the characters that we love are back just doing that. It's brilliant. It's really good. I would have put it up for the Comedy Award over Bad Neighbours, probably.
Right,
I haven't seen
okay.
that, but I would have brought it to the table.
Well, it seemed like it learned a lesson. It didn't feel like the country punched the air like they did with the first one when it came out, but
maybe that's a good thing.
Yeah.
It did feel like the TV show.
Good.
It really did. Go see it.
I'll watch it soon.
Anyway, it's time for Open Forum. This is where we talk about things that we don't normally talk about, or feel it wouldn't normally come up in the news or one of our scheduled sections. I know Scott's struggling this week, so
I always do. Just before we start, I was like, I've got nothing.
So let's start. Steve, you said yours was a bit weird.
Quite often you guys spend quite a lot of time faffing about on the internet looking at weird and wonderful things, and it cropped up on my newsfeed and I went, hang on a minute, that's just fucking weird, that can't exist. And it was a game, obviously a spin-off game called Anna Giving Birth.
Okay.
Anna from Frozen.
And you went
and
on
I was
this?
like, cartoon based, what the fuck is this? It
trousers.
was on BuzzFeed. No, this is why I waited. I haven't actually been on it yet. So if you're going to take anything too far, what do you do for Frozen? Oh, I know. We'll do a what's the surgery game on the Wii called?
Trauma
Centre style game, but with Anna from Frozen giving birth, and it's like, what?
Oh,
so we've got Anna giving birth. It just sounds ridiculous.
Is this free?
Yeah, this is free,
So
and this is on the This has made it
what's
past.
happening there.
This has made it past the Apple set because I thought it would be Android.
So it's on the App Store.
So it's on the App Store.
Anna giving birth.
So we've got Anna and we've got Hans, and they've got she's pregnant. So we press next, and she's pregnant.
Yeah.
So that's it. Looks like the Operation game, but with a Frozen
Can I ask
version.
why did this have to be Anna?
I don't know.
So you're now scanning.
I've now got a scalpel.
No, isn't
And I
that to listen to
assume-
the baby's heart?
Oh, we can listen to the baby. There you go. There's a heartbeat.
This is so weird.
This is just bizarre.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what that does. There's another weird cutty
Oh
thing.
well, you'll perfectly get
yeah.
a new
I don't
doctor.
know what's happening.
I don't know what's going on.
Oh,
but
just cut her open.
how do we
Oh,
cut
is
her
there
open?
a
Can you
needle?
see
Can
that?
we stab
Can
it
we
with a
stab
needle?
her with the needle?
Oh, I muted it there.
You probably should.
That's
for a
alright.
pay.
Just mute it.
Pop it.
Mute it for
Pop
a bit.
it back.
What's going on now? Do we? Oh, we have to move the thing back and forth.
Okay.
Oh, the heart's building up. There we go.
So he's moving his finger vigorously over.
And then it's saying give her an
Give it-
injection now. So it is like trauma centre. So now we have to put an injection in her arm.
Let's tap it. Let's tap it.
Do I drag that? Do I drag that towards her?
And
She's
now
now
we're giving
she's
Anna
giving
from
Anna from
Frozen
Frozen an injection.
Not the meat injection that Steve wants to give her.
We've clicked on it. I don't even know what's
Now
happening.
tap it vigorously again.
Tap it.
Okay,
She's gone to sleep.
Now we have an unconscious Anna from
So
Frozen.
now we have
death by lethal
now
injection.
she's got some
We've frozen her
frozen
tummy.
her tummy.
Splodged
Now
on
we've
her
got a
tongue.
scalpel.
Now we've
She's
drawn
got-
a line. There's a weird, flashy, glowing ball, and there's a baby. That's the most
Well, I'm
fucking
sure
weird
that
thing
was brilliant for our
Don't you have to
listeners.
in the
sew her back
world.
up?
I don't. Well,
Doesn't matter.
is
now.
that not it? Is it just giving?
Is
That's
that the
it.
entire game?
That's the entire
Does it-
game.
What does it do? Grade you?
I don't know.
I want to know what it does at the end.
Should put
Are
a,
you trying to cut the baby?
no. Well, it's telling me.
Why
to
is she having a
point on that
cesarean?
thing.
Why couldn't we see it? Oh, well, that's why.
What?
Oh,
What was that?
I felt like, why couldn't we see it normally? And I thought, well, yeah,
Yeah.
the practicalities of.
No,
that
sew
would
her
do.
up. Sew her up, please.
Sew her up. There we go. Oh.
Oh, is that easy? Oh, we're
They're
weighing
weighing the baby. But yeah,
Just stop it now.
we'll stop
Get
it.
rid
We'll
of
find
that
out.
fucking baby.
Can I not play it like a Tamagotchi? While
That's what I thought, we're turning to
during the show.
But yeah, I thought that would just be a weird thing to look at
That
and see.
certainly was weird.
and-
Did you tell me you were hard at work coming up with an app?
Yeah.
Available now.
Is this your way of advertising?
All right. So that was something.
That was my bizarre.
That was definitely
open
something.
forum.
Yeah. That did nothing for me trying to think of my own open
If it
forum.
didn't, I do apologise. But I, just
I
thought
think it
it'd be
goes
a
down
weird
as
one
the
to-
weirdest open forum topic we've ever
I
had.
think it goes down as the weirdest conversation. Mad. It says
Yeah.
of anyone bringing me anything.
Pulling it back, I am going to bring a film that I think caused a stir when it came out. Was it last year? Blue is the Warmest Colour,
Oh yeah.
which I watched.
Ooh.
And people do the lol, it's got lesbianism and things. But watching this film made me think, how much is too much and what is necessary?
No, there's no such thing as too much, and it's all necessary.
But but I'm not sure in this case because
Yeah.
I get like there's if you don't know, Blue is the Warmest Colour. Stephen! Does that mean there's a baby being born?
Yeah, probably. It needs feeding or some shit. I don't know. Oh God.
Are you just letting it starve?
What have I done? Anyway, sorry.
So Blue is the
It's like
Warmest Colour.
housekeeping bell, though, isn't it?
The baby needs changing. So it's the story of a woman who she's a young girl at school. She's reaching that age. She's experimenting and things, and she finds out that she's a lesbian, you know, and
Right.
it kind of goes. She meets this girl in a gay club, and her curiosity gets the better of her, and in school she's kind of teased about it and things, and then she finally gets with this girl, and there are some quite gratuitous sex scenes, and they are, because the great thing about this film, there's a lot good going for it. It's a
Right.
very raw emotional drama about relationships. It's about the trials you go through in relationships, about feeling, about passion, this, that and the other, which is why I was fine going in knowing that there is these sex scenes.
Yeah.
The only problem is you sit there and this first scene's going off, and they're like, it's exciting for it's new, it's what she finally wanted and things, and I get that, that's brilliant. After 5 minutes and you're still sat there watching all this going off and things, and it's a bit very like, well, it is practically porn. You could see that on porn, you know. There were prosthetic vaginas made and things. It almost felt like it started undermining the point of the film. Do you know what I mean by that?
I get you, but it is if it's truly showing the entire relationship, it's a key part of a relationship.
It is, and I get that, and I could get that. But really, honestly, it goes on for ages.
I don't know. I've not seen the rest of it.
And honestly, and it really. I was talking with Lucy about. It's not prudishness. I don't mind seeing sex in the cinema. I thought in Gia, the film we were talking about last week, it did similar themes in there, and there is a sex scene in that, but that really showed the beauty and the love between them. This, I know, was about the passion and finally managing to reach that level of euphoria of doing what you want to do.
Yeah.
But it just felt extensive, overly extensive, and to the point you got a little bit kind of uncomfortable. Like, oh, all right, get on now. But you know, and I was wondering, do you think that a film can? So, Nymphomaniac, for example, came out and was all about sex, and there was a lot of stuff going off in there. Is there a limit? Do you think a film should be confined? Do you think that even if it is a drama, that it couldn't go too far and miss the point?
What, just in terms of sex?
Sex, violence, sausage rolls.
What film has too many sausage rolls in it? Of course, there's a line for everything. And I think we talked about weird and gratuitous sex scenes before. Like The Matrix goes too far with it. The gratuitous sex scenes are nothing new. But they do... I'm trying to put this delicately. But it's a weird selling point for what I imagine's a good art house film, foreign film. Because there are people, rightly or wrongly, that probably will get a chance. Just because... Like, I made a couple of jokes about it, but there's people who probably will get a chance because they know there's a bit of that in there. And that helps get it seen, and then the larger point maybe can be adopted by those people. I've not seen the film to know if it goes too far or not. I trust that it does. Yeah, of course there's a line. You just get bored of it in the context of a proper film.
I think that's it. It just started to distract and detract away from what was a beautiful relationship that you felt. And I was happy to see a relationship blossom in that way. I got the excitement of doing this and the first time, and how much they loved each other passionately, lustfully and things. But when you're looking at your watch going, is this still really?
Has she got there yet?
It sounds like a shame. Like it does sound like a shame, because I think over labouring it for the point of over labouring it, for want of a better term. But if you're going to show things and explore that, then yeah, by all means do that, because I think sex and violence are two very, very odd things. Like sex, people, you can be prudish and you can go, oh, that film had that in, and get overly offended, and yet we're quite happy to sit down and watch overly violent films, like where every 2 seconds someone's getting blown up and shot and their limbs are... Do you know where I'm coming from? So you get that sort of... Whereas if there's sex, but it sounds like they've taken it and then gone up to the nth degree, almost detracted from the film. And it's quite a long film. It's one that I do really want to see, but it sounds like if they did cut down those scenes, it would just be a nice...
I think
I'm not talking about 2 hours of sex. It is...
No, but...
and it purposely lingers on lots of long shots of because it's about emotion. And there's some really raw moments of when relationships come to end and when you're first falling in love and things. But even if it was at 3 minutes, I'd be like, okay, I'm getting the point. It's still good. I'm getting that this passion is that much that it goes on. But it then just did become, for me, the definition, one of the most gratuitous scenes, including violence, that I've seen in cinema, which really took away from the film.
I think Steve's point about sex and violence. I think violence, it can become so removed from reality that it's you know, Whereas with sex, it's always going to be pseudo real because that's what sex is.
Yeah.
You can't really like cartoonishly. Wait,
Showgirls.
Team America jokes like that, but like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, there is a weird double standard with it. He'll probably just be making an artistic point, and it dragged a bit. Yeah, there's such thing as gratuitous anything. But yeah, I'll probably watch it.
I think as well there was talk on with the lesbian community that they weren't happy with how it was depicted because it showed the male fantasy version of lesbian.
They always do that though. Again, I think it's about widening because they know men are just not a lot of us. We're better than that, but there is a lot of people who are that shallow. I've made a lot of jokes about it, so we'll just watch it for that reason. So they don't want to limit their audience, so they do that. But, so there is a lot of like lipstick lesbians, glamour stuff happening. But it's about the truth of the emotion and the characters, and in that it reflects everyone.
And I have to say, it did deliver on those.
It's not just
points.
about lesbian, like gay men always look amazing, and then straight couples in Hollywood. It's the best of people, isn't it? You don't get ugly people in Hollywood. It's just the way it is. It's not to do about the male gaze and lesbianism. It's just the way Hollywood is.
And that's the great thing about Also Blue's The Warmest Colour is it's very much it's just about relationship. It's about that, and it's different, and that's the point you're trying to get. How really putting yourself in a different body and things and stuff, and it worked.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
It's a good film. It's a 7 out of 10, but it does feel slightly undermined by the choices made by the director for that side.
Well, in fairness, before you brought it today, everything I've heard about it refers to its sex scene. That's all anyone seems to talk about. But
there's a lot more to it, and it feels like it's... Maybe that's another reason I'm slightly begrudging to it, that as a fantastic study of relationships...
Yeah.
It is being undermined by people going, oh...
But again, if you push the barrier in that aspect, you get talked about, you get advertisement, and you get more people seeing it. So, but that's a very cynical view. It might just be how you wanted to go about it. Because some people are more just liberal about filming it. Like,
let us know. How much is too much? Did you think it was fine? Have you seen the film? And is blue the warmest colour, or do you find a different colour warm?
Red's a lot more warm.
Have you thought about it yet?
No, because I got distracted by Anna giving birth and lesbians. So you weren't helping me either, you were. But we could have a discussion what we've read recently, what we're playing.
That's a
Can't do that in a way. It is a massive cop out, and I can only apologise and promise I'll be better.
We'll be talking about it later, but I finally got, thanks to Steve, and deleting his saved data for me. He lent me Pokemon X.
Oh, that's what real love is.
It is.
Joe, when they say it used to be your last roller.
You know,
and my DS is blue.
They made
Wait a minute.
They made a movie of me and Steve's relationship. They go, there was a really gratuitous scene where they were deleting Pokemon trying to work it out. It went on too long and undermined the whole point.
But it was to show the love and passion you have.
Well, the extent he would go to, he'd delete his save.
The names of all the ones he'd renamed.
But that's what gets people watching.
I know, but yeah. Pokemon X, I finally got around to doing it. I tried jumping on Pokemon White to get back into the Pokemon franchise because I kind of left it in Pokemon Yellow, and since I've played Fire Red and Gold and things, but I've never really took the jump beyond that point. White bored me; it was too much chatting, too much little chibis chatting.
Chibis,
yeah.
What are chibis? Are they like Nooks?
You know those cute little Japanese anime characters.
I do know what you mean.
Not Norks. Chibis with Norks might get you arrested.
Yeah.
But
I still want to know where you got Norks from. I've really never heard it.
Norks, have you not?
Have you heard it?
I've heard it, yeah.
Where's it come from?
Norks.
No.
No.
That could be a Pokemon. Norks.
Yeah,
It probably will. It probably already is.
Anyway, Pokemon X is great. That's what I'm playing. I'm really taking my time with it and just plodding around, enjoying myself, catching pokes, fighting people, spending my money on hats, which is stupid.
I did that. I saved all this money and I don't want posters. Oh, that hat.
But I've just managed to work out getting the internet to work on it. So I've been wonder trading. I'm just a little bit too obsessed with wonder trading. It's good.
Oh, it's a great game.
It's good fun.
I am enjoying that, so that's what I'm playing. And then the Alien Isolation I'm supposed to be playing, but it stressed me out, so stop.
Imagine it's stressful.
It looks.
And I was playing on GTA 5 for the PS4.
Yeah.
And there's a really cool thing where you can go and find this plant and eat it, and then have a hallucination where you're a pigeon. And you're just flying around as a pigeon, and you can poo on people. So I'm sat there.
That's where civilization's come. I mean, we've dragged ourselves, kicking and screaming, coming up with all this technology, mastering the world around us, crafting all the technology and know-how we need to thrive.
Yeah.
There was
and to get to this point where we can pretend we're a bird having a shit.
me and Lucy's brother, a 27 and a 30-year-old man, respectively, sat there giggling their head off, going, "Get him, get him, get him!" Well, Lucy's dad, his pregnant wife, and Lucy are sat there in the corner going, "Why on earth are we watching? What are you doing?" As we're squitting on people's heads.
Nice.
Really fun.
Squitting.
And it actually looks fantastic.
Does it look beautiful? The shit. The bird shit.
The bird.
Is it the texture's really liquidy?
It's white, it's got shades of green.
Shimmers. Oh.
But yeah, the game looks amazing. It really does. I'm convinced. I'm not buying one yet. I also played Destiny for a bit, but it didn't really sell me. But
no, it didn't look too good to me either. It looked like a dime a dozen shoot-em-up games to me.
So that's what I've been playing. Scott's Cop Out open for.
Yeah.
Steve, have you been playing?
I've been massively busy, and I actually managed to sit down and play Xbox this weekend for a few hours, and I dug out Far Cry 3, which I'd barely even scraped the surface of. I had a big session on that. It's incredibly good. It's a really good, solid first-person shooter. It looks really pretty. Set on an island, and you
Is
get
it a far
captured.
cry from the second one?
It is. But yeah, it's just a really good first-person run-around stealth shooting. Lots of nice little touches. You can get animal instincts, so you hunt, and different people get different icons. The animals you get hunting instincts. It's just good fun to play. Really enjoyed it. That's what I played. And also GTA again the other day online, which is just really good fun.
Great fun.
Why is everyone revisiting GTA recently?
Razzing around.
Because it's one of the best games in the past few years, and it's so fun to just do nothing on. I was playing on it last night, even just trying to steal Harrier jets and things.
That's what.
Bought a tank, and then decided I didn't want to use it, so I got a Boeing 747, and then it blew up before I could take it anywhere, and it was sad.
Oh.
Yeah. It's a game you can just sit and while away. Like nip round to say hello to James, and we spent a good few hours just sat faffing on it online. It's good fun.
That just sounds wrong.
It's good fun. Yeah, it does.
You would faff with
I'll leave
we're
it.
faffed
To
our left.
with our Norks.
You've been playing anything?
Yeah.
I've been playing like a Minecraft modded version called Dragon Block C, where you fight and like the Dragon Ball characters, and then Football Manager's taken over life. Still playing Omega Ruby, but not too much. I'm waiting for Majora's Mask. Really, that's my big gaming wait.
Yes.
Because when I played it as a kid, it was so different to Ocarina of Time. I was a bit like, and then I played it again about 5 years ago and realised it was as good, if not better. It's interesting and it's deep and it's cool. And obviously the new HD version for 3DS. And a lot of the weird mechanics that used to make it slightly annoying, they've like bettered, so you can like fast forward to the exact time of day and stuff. So
that's one I'll have to get.
I'm really excited for that. So I'm kind of counting the days.
Cool.
The days.
So yeah, let us know what you're playing.
For the days.
Well, Scott sings us off.
Endless days, the sacred days you gave me.
Thank you for the days.
Those endless days of sacred days you gave me.
Thinking of the days. time to be mean. Be mean geeks when we work out the means of the films when we rate them and make an average.
Mean.
So
So we
this
be
is-
like the plastics in Mean Girls.
Yeah. Oh my god, like, totally watched all these Pixar movies.
What?
And I rated them, and oh my god,
Oh,
you would
God.
not believe what came out number one. You're gonna find out now. In Mean Geeks.
That's what I wanted.
I like
exactly what I wanted.
So basically, we took all 14 Pixar movies, and I asked you for your ratings, and I gave my rating, and then I work out an average, and it comes up with a top 10. We've done it before. We've done it
Yep.
with the Marvel Cinematic Universe,
Tarantino.
Tarantino films. It often gives results which make Scott angry.
Yes.
Not angry.
Fervently angry, throwing bricks,
I don't think I was
Rampaging.
angry.
whipping out his norks.
The Marvel one was pretty spot on. I just felt Django was a bit high last time, that's all. But again,
You know,
the film I like.
He's,
I'm not angry
calmed
about
down.
it.
He's calmed down.
I don't
a
think
lot.
I was even vaguely angry.
How angry
Yeah.
he was.
I don't think. Did I even mention it again?
He's getting angry now, so just calm him down.
Oh
Andrew,
my
tell
God,
him about Pixar.
Calm down.
Because my family used to do this to me all the time.
I'm gonna move.
My family used to do this all the time when they're like, "What's up with you?" And I'd be like, "Nothing. Why?" "Well, you're not smiling." I'm like,
Angry.
"Well, I don't smile to myself." And then because they'd make out I was angry, I'd get angry. And my family had done it for ages because I don't look happy when I don't think anyone's looking. Because why would I smile to myself like a loon?
True.
So,
Yeah.
and now you two are doing it, and it's bringing back a lot of old memories. And
I
I'm
was
not
getting
fucking
angry.
angry.
Getting
I'm not
angry.
angry. But when people think you're angry and you're not angry, it gets you angry.
Jesus Christ. Bringing the mood down, Scott.
I'm
Sorry, we
angry.
mentioned Django.
I am
God, just
fucking
let it-
zen.
let it go.
So, in 14th place from our averages, because it's in 14th place, because only one of us has seen it, and they rated it 6, it comes out as a 6, and that's Cars 2.
Oh, that was me. I saw it.
Yeah. I haven't seen it.
Not seen
I
it.
know, no desire to.
It's not as good as Cars 1, and I'm not a big fan of Cars 1.
So let's move away from it.
But
Coming in at 13, and there's some joint ones here, but I've put them in the order because of the ratio of votes and things, so that's what we judge it on next. So in 13th place, the second outing by Pixar, A Bug's Life, at 6.66.
A Bug's Life, I think it's really strong. I'm surprised.
You gave it an 8, me and Steve gave it a 6.
It's probably about 7. The truth's always in the middle.
Sure.
Pixar are so consistent and made so many good films. It would probably always going to be one of the lower down ones. I do think it's 1 or 2 below where it should be, though.
I just didn't really connect with it very much. I remember going to the cinema to see it and I didn't really love it. I didn't hate it, it was fine, but yeah.
I think it came out around the same time as Ants, and
Yeah,
I
it
could
was
never,
worlds
and I
better.
never. I always had the two in my head at the time, and Ants was just Woody Allen going around going, "Oh my god, I'm a neurotic ant," and that annoyed me.
Oh my god, do your Woody Allen impression again.
What? I don't know where that came from, but yeah.
Say, I'm a New York.
Oh my god, I'm like, I just worry about things all the time. I'm just like,
It was like Quentin Tarantino
You're more
and Woody,
like
and Woody
a stereotypical
and Woody
barber than a Woody.
This hair is just terrible.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
It was like your plastics impression earlier.
Make of that what you will. In 12th place, also with 6.66, is his little story about a little rat making some soup
Aw.
in Ratatouille.
Again,
Filthy.
I think Ratatouille is really solid. I think it's a few below where it should be there.
Again, Scott gave it 8, we gave it 6.
Because,
I just-
I don't want to get too far ahead, but
You are.
These-
Don't
You
get
are.
too ahead. Stop getting mad.
Cars,
it's
these are both behind Cars, and they're miles better than Cars.
Yeah, I'd not even seen Cars, but yeah.
I just didn't. It was fine, sweet little
Yeah,
rat running
it was
around,
nice.
but
It's
didn't
cute.
leave an impression.
It was
Fair
cute.
enough.
Moving on, 11th, the latest offering about a princess running around in Scotland firing arrows. It's Brave!
Well, that's not better than Ratatouille. I am getting angry.
It is.
It's 7.
Worlds
I don't know-
better than
don't know how this-
Ratatouille.
I think Brave's okay, but that's it. It's just okay. It's one of the lesser. Meredith's the strong female character. I liked her, but in general, it was just.
Yeah, not much to it. It was
Yeah.
That was its story. It was about a great feminist tale, but it kind of just got stuck in a bit of a one-channel narrative, didn't it?
A nice, womanly daughter thread through it and stuff. But I just found it a bit shame and just weren't slightly more going on. It was solid. no less than a 7 on its worst day.
No, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I mean, I loved it. I thought it was funny. I loved the soundtrack. I thought it looked beautiful, Scottish countryside. Billy Connolly funny. The soundtrack I've got on Spotify because it's just really rousing Scottish. I don't know. I just came out of it feeling really like happy and.
It's one of Steve's highest votes with an 8.
Yeah.
Scott gave it a 7. I gave it a 6, bringing it to an average of 7.
I think it's exactly where it should be if I was ranking.
Coming in at number 10, we're into the top 10 now, is Monsters University, which was a worthy return, which didn't quite have the impact of the first. I think
it's fine. It's more fun and nice to return than anything particularly interesting or cool happening. But it's higher than better films.
It's 7s across the board from us as well.
Again, it's like the worst Pixar films, like this, Cars 2 in particular, are still really alright, decent animated films. They don't do bad ones, but they're two where it's a bit like, you are better than this, because all your others are 7s, 8s, 9s. Do you know what I mean?
See, I think Brave and Monsters University are lower down than I expected.
Oh, Monsters.
I know what's coming.
Monsters University would be down there, but again, I don't think that's a slight to any film.
And the thing is, the main thing, no film was rated below 6 in any of these. So how good they are, really.
Wow.
And I only give one a 6, so that was Cars 2.
And 9 is Cars, and it was given a 7 by Scott, so that I think that bumped it up. If me and Steve have seen it, might be in a different place. It might be brilliant, I don't know, but I've never been interested.
It's alright, it's fine. It's just again, it's a bit like how I found Brave and Monsters University. Solid.
Out of all of them, it seems the one most geared, pun intended, to children.
Yeah, and the most heavily merchandised.
And I think that's it for me. But it's obviously you think it's fine, so it's a 7.
Yeah, it's fine. It's just fine.
So now we move to number 8, in The Incredibles.
Oh, I love The Incredibles. It steals all its ideas. I mean, it takes a bit from Watchmen and Fantastic Four, but it's just full of great references, cool ideas, fun superhero times. Nice, a lot of espionage, spy stuff in there as well. A lot of Bond film, as much as superheroes. Just think it's cool.
Unsurprisingly, Scott, massive superhero fan, you gave it a 9 there. I gave it a 6 and Steve gave it a 7. I've never really connected with it.
Right. It's the one I most want a sequel to. So seeing as
there is a sequel happening.
Is it Brad Bird?
Yes, it is. It was one of the newses quite a few months ago. He's working on it.
Oh, cool.
To be honest, out of all the 6s I've given it, it's probably the one I want to revisit the most as well. But yeah, it's
I saw that in the cinema when it came out. I haven't seen it since, I don't think.
Well, it's sitting in 8th place.
Quite a while ago.
And now we're getting onto the kind of the bigger ones. And in 7th place, with 7.3 on average, it is Finding Nemo. The story of the little fishy getting lost.
If you take Toy Story out of it, it's the Pixar film that seems to get credited with stuff the most. I see it on top 10 animated lists. I see it referenced as its best film. I can see why, because it's got a really universal ideas of like losing a child and that fear and that what would a parent do to get it back.
Yeah, and it's visually stunning as well.
Yeah, incredible.
The coral reefs and things. It's kind of like exploring that the ocean. It's very beautiful film.
And it's sort of, they've had success in between, but it's the first film that really elevated itself to sort of Toy Story in terms of a wider, like, look what these guys are doing way. So I get it, but for me it's just never quite been one of my favourite Pixar's. I appreciate it, I love it, I like it, just not quite. I don't think to revisit it as Fraction as much as Monsters Inc. or Incredibles, or do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just don't know why.
Interestingly, Scott gave it 8 and me and Steve gave it 7. I give it 7.3. But yeah, I really enjoy it. It's a nice. As I say, I think it just sells me mainly on the visuals in that one. But it's a sweet story. Moving into number 6, it's a 9 from Scott and 7s from me and Steve, leaving it with an average of 7.6. It's Monsters Inc.
I find you two incredibly harsh with your Pixar. Well, this is the one a bit like Incredibles, where they're probably 8 films, but I like them just a bit more than that, if you know what I mean. Like, I just find Monsters Inc. oozing with cool designs, and I like the idea of this like monster world, and then it's funny, and then the Boo, the girl at the end and stuff's really sweet, and I just don't know. I just always loved Monsters Inc. I think whilst I like Toy Story, Monsters Inc.'s the film that made me like Pixar.
It's funny because I missed it. I missed the boat on it, and I only watched it about 5 years ago, and I loved it and liked it. You know, it was fun, sweet. It was just another Pixar film at that point. But maybe that's because I didn't jump on, and if it was so soon after Toy Story and I did jump on the boat with it, then I may love it more. But I think 'cause I'd seen everything since,
Yeah, I get you.
it kind of fell into a pop.
I mean, it was kind of the first time there were any like emotion in a Pixar film as well. And yeah, it doesn't hit you as much as some others. I don't know. I probably put it slightly too high, but I wanted it to get its due.
I thoroughly enjoy it. It's one I have seen more than most, and I really enjoy it. But yeah,
I love it.
Yeah.
Drifting into the top 5 now, and we're getting the big guns now, and it's the first instalment of the Toy Story films, and it's Toy Story 2 in 5th place with 8.3. I gave it an 8, Steve gave it an 8, and Scott gave it a 9.
It's just really strong, and it's really cool, and it Free takes it a bit further, but it deals with deeper things. There's the surface level for kids, and then there's stuff adults can latch onto emotionally. And I mean, Jessie's song's heartbreaking.
Yeah.
And then they introduced new characters, and it was just a fun return, and it's just strong. I think all the Toy Story films are incredibly strong.
They are.
And this is how great. If it's getting 8.3 and we're only at 5, you know, it shows how strong these films are. As we've said, there's not been a bad one in the bunch, really. But at number 4, the story of a floating house in Up, which I think might be a little high, considering.
I think it is.
But it's 8.3, and the breakdown is me and Scott gave it an 8, and Steve gave it a 9. But fair dues, it is a great, lovely film.
Well, the thing is with Up is it emotionally drop kicks you in the balls in the first 10 minutes, and that's what stays with you. And it's good because it makes you emotionally identify with the characters, and it proves it's more than it is, and it's really devastating, that first. But I do genuinely think the rest of the film doesn't, like, that's what people remember, and it's full of great ideas, and it's a cool film. But I don't think the rest of the film's as good as the others. I just don't. But
I definitely feel that first moment, but I don't really like the little fat kid very much.
no, I don't like much of the film once they get to the island. For being honest, I like a lot of the character stuff, and it's a cool film. It's a nice film. It's a solid film. But it's not one I feel like I need to watch again and again like some of the others.
Up's in my top 3, so yeah, hence I've gone higher than you. I was weirded out how similar we were with those last few, but yeah, no, I think the emotional sort of bit at the beginning helps, and I love I don't like the character. You identify you're with him. You kind of it's got you, and visually it's stunning. The balloons and the scenery and the backdrops. I love the talking dogs. I think they're ace.
I'm shocked by that.
Brilliant. And I don't know, I find everything about it. I've seen it.
And Steve can identify it with being an old man himself.
Yeah, exactly. I know, and dealing with that loss.
I mean,
wanting everyone to just fuck off and leave me alone.
I mean, the emotional through line of it is as good as any of the Pixar films. I just don't think the film around it is that interesting. Him and his relationship with the boy is all the interest I have in the film. All the talking dog stuff and all the rest, I get a bit like, ugh.
Oh no, I love that.
So moving to
like dogs fun. They're just
they just were.
Yeah.
Moving to the top 3. 3rd place. It's a little robot making junk.
My favourite.
I love this film. I really love this film. I gave it an 8 and Scott gave it a 9. Steve hasn't seen it.
No, it's one I'm really disappointed I haven't seen yet.
It's so good, isn't it?
I mean, the first 20 minutes, half an hour, it's just a silent film as you slowly fall in love with this robot. It's not human, he shouldn't even have emotion. But they animate him so well. You love him more than you've loved anything ever. And want him to be happy. And then it obviously deals in a lot of like pollution and obesity and human problems. And But it's just such a great film.
And a great love story with Eve and Wally. It's one
And
of
it
the
shouldn't
greatest
be,
love stories.
but it is, and it's just packed with great ideas. It's Pixar at their absolute best, just creating something you shouldn't care about and making you care more than you ever have. That's what Pixar are best at. And they did it with Wally, and they've done it with toys. I just think it's one of the best, easily, Pixar films.
You're lovely. Really surprisingly good as well. I wasn't expecting. I was expecting your standard Pixar, and it elevated it something else. I think it's fantastic. So number 2, with 8.6, it's Toy Story. 9's from me and Scott, and an 8 from Steve.
I mean, it changed the world of animation and kicked it all off.
It did.
One of the most influential animations ever made.
And maybe it says more about my sort of juvenile brain, but every time the shark pops up out of the chest and goes, "I'm Sheriff Funny, howdy, 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 howdy," I've laughed every time, and I've seen the film like 6 times. It's not even that funny. But why do I have like an auto giggle response every time? That's a.
I think as well. I grew up with this. I grew up with the Toy Story trilogy. It was applicable to me at each stage, especially the latest one and this one. I was a kid playing with toys at that point, and I was a kid playing.
You grew up losing. You are Andy.
I am Andy.
Wow. Oh my god!
But yeah, these and I've never quite let toys go.
Good.
But yeah. I think it's just such a heartwarming, meaningful story to me. I grew up with it, and it's so special, and it's so wonderful, and such lovable characters in there. Scary at times, hilarious at times, enraging at times. You get frustrated at Buzz for being the way he is, but then they bond with each other, and you go through such a journey with these characters. I think it's such a good film, honestly.
Yes.
I am Mrs. Nesbitt.
And that leaves us with number 1, with 9s across the board, averaging out 9, is another emotional punch in the face.
I can't even talk about it.
Toy Story 3.
It's Schindler's Toy Box.
Yeah.
It's emotionally devastating.
Completely.
It's a prison movie, and guys have a...
It's a prison movie that'll make you contemplate mortality when all you wanted to do is laugh at a few toys with your little brother and sister.
For me, it's when he hands the toys over that gets me in the heart as well.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
2 punch, it's a double punch, really, because you have that kind of accepting fate.
Accepting the end with your friends.
And
then followed by the most lovely ending imaginable.
Yeah.
And this is why I don't want Toy Story 4 to be made, because that is a perfect close.
It is.
I mean, it just wrecked me. It was like someone kicking me in the balls, and just when they were like, "Don't worry, we'll stop." Elbows to the face.
And then cradling your corpse and stroking your hair.
That's what
kissing you.
I never thought watching it. I remember finding myself like almost hovering on the edge of my seat at one point. You sat, and it's just like, what? The characters have such a resonance.
But they're just ones and zeros on the screen. They don't exist. They're not even real toys. And if they were, they're just fucking toys. But you're there, like, fucking traumatised.
Just devastated by it.
And that's the magic of Pixar.
Yeah.
Really, summed up. I swear they power their machines off our tears.
So there we are. That's Weekly Geek Speaks, Mean Geeks of Pixar. We'll be doing a new Mean Geeks next year.
It's all over the place.
That was a lot more as expected than other ones, though.
I don't know. There's quite a few.
I was happy with it.
Peter Capaldi in Doctor Who. They'll really do anything to boost the ratings, won't they? Hello. I've been given this dusty alcove of the podcast to discuss Doctor Who. Doctor Who has recently been levelled with criticism for its use of stunt casting, that is, casting performers who aren't typically known for their acting abilities. Kylie Minogue, Frank Skinner and Peter Kay spring to mind, named celebrities that seem to have been cast for reasons of publicity rather than for their talent. I don't really have a problem with this type of strategy, as Doctor Who's always needed publicity. It's been in some very vulnerable positions over the years, and this type of casting goes back further than 2005. The Beatles make an appearance in Doctor Who in the 1965 Dalek story The Chase, admittedly via the medium of stock footage. Monty Python's John Cleese briefly features as a follower of fine art in 1979's The City of Death, alongside Tom Baker. And Ken Dodd bellows his way enthusiastically through his toll attendant cameo in The Greatest Show in the Galaxy during 1989, in which he almost upstages amber-haired Bonnie Langford. Venturing into more substantial character territory, we get a great performance from celebrated character actress Beryl Reid, who plays a character originally intended for a man. In 1984's Earthshock, starring Peter Davison as the Fifth Doctor, Reid plays the captain of an Earth freighter that's captured by the Cybermen, who intend to collide it with the Earth.
Those shields won't hold them there for long.
They'll last until we get back to Earth.
And then?
Well, there's only a few of them. Our security men will cope with them.
They're an invasion force. Earth is where they want to go. There are considerably more than a few on board.
How many of these silos are you carrying?
15,000 or... No. It's not possible.
Admittedly, those on set with her claimed she had no idea what was going on a lot of the time, but because of her sex and age, there's something distinctive and unique about her character, which helps to undermine many of the science fiction clichés executed elsewhere in the story. This story is notable for another reason, but we might get onto that another time. I couldn't really conclude without mentioning the late Kate O'Mara of Dynasty fame, who plays renegade time lady the Rani. She features heavily in two classic stories, The Mark of the Rani with Colin Baker, and in the Sylvester McCoy era in Time and the Rani.
Where am I? Who am I? And who are you? The Rani! Stay back!
This is idiotic. You'll injure yourself.
Why should you care? Since you were exiled from Gallifrey, you've had nothing but contempt for all other Time Lords.
My contempt started long before my exile.
And what do you want with me? And where's Mel?
She's perfectly safe, but how long she remains so depends on you.
Her character also features in 1993's charity skit Dimensions in Time, in which Doctor Who crosses over embarrassingly with EastEnders. Kate sadly passed away recently, but the character she created will always live on. The Rani is currently being played by Siobhan Redmond at Big Finish Productions in a new audio adventure. That's all from me. I've got to go now. I'm going to go and travel back in time and do a walk-on part in Genesis of the Daleks. Look out for me, I'm the third Muto on the left in episode 3. As always, send any feedback to thegeeks@weeklygeekspeak.com. It's their problem, I'm not handling it. Oh, I forgot about Alexi Sale. Never mind. If you want to know more, you can find out about the classic series of Doctor Who at bbc.co.uk/Doctor Who/classic. You can stalk me with permission on Twitter, just follow @LukePietnik. And if you have an interest in sound and its production, you can check out my site at lukepietnik.com.
We need to join forces once more to kill some Pokemon in the Pokecull. Now, if you don't know what Pokecull is, it's when we gather. We basically the guy who invented Pokemon gave us a call. He said we need to get rid of 50 Pokemon from the original 151.
Did you ask him his name?
I forgot his name.
He was in a hurry. He was like, "Quick, guys, get rid of them."
You know who I am.
Anyway, so. Basically, last time we did this a few weeks ago, we matched them up and we got rid of some, and we're going to continue to do so today to try and cull the Pokemon from the original 151. I've managed to plan this one a bit better. I'm not just going through. And also, listeners, if you have a look on our website, you will find a sheet where you can play along and you can decide with us. But right now,
so we're going to start 25 last time.
Got rid of 25. We're hoping to get rid of around the same mark again. Ooh. So, first of all, round one is a boring off. You're going to have to help.
Okay, go on.
You're going to have to help Steve here. You've got Sandshrew and Slanslash.
They're not boring.
Versus Ratata and Raticate. So it's like a rat that gets into a fat rat, and like an armadillo that turned into a spiky hedgehog armadillo.
Okay, well. I always liked the sort of melody to rat-a-ta-ta. It's a bit like me trying to play the drums.
Right.
Rat-a-ta-ta. But you get them early on, they're an annoying rat.
Never use them.
You evolve them quickly and you never use them again.
Okay.
Sandshrew, it's a ground type, that's useful. I'm very influenced because they were an anime episode. He used to curl up in a ball and look really cool. and he's quite cute looking. So I always liked Sancho, and I think because I had Fire Red, I could never get one. It helps.
Right.
So in my mind, they're awesome. And
Okay.
they've got good claws and they can dig.
All right.
I want to keep Sancho and Sandslash. Sandslash.
Sand/family.
Sandslash.
I like the idea of a rat one, but you haven't sold it very well by saying it levels up quick and then cop.
So little purple rat, Team Rocket use them. Team Rocket are
Yeah,
But I like rats. I've got rats, but if they level up quick and they're common and they're not very good, then I'm guessing
the 10 a penny.
I'll get rid of them then. That's fine.
Okay, sticking on route 1 and 2 and 3.
Those two.
We're having round 2. A bird off. So you've got Pigeon, Pidgeotto, and Pidgeot versus Spiro and Firo. Pidgey, yeah.
Pidgeotti sounds Italian. Pidgeotti.
I'm
a Pidgeotti.
Come at my pasta.
So that's going to have connections. So already I'm drawn towards that one.
Going on a fly. Pidgeotto, use gust.
And he's the one that can speak more than any other Pokemon. He's a bit more eloquent. So doesn't just say his name.
Well, I've always.
I'm assuming that's these two.
Those 3.
Right. Yeah.
And those 2 there.
Okay. Yep.
I've always subconsciously made this decision all my life, and I've always sided with Pidgeotto, and Pidgeot.
Right.
Because they just look slightly cooler. Firo's got a nice little cool drill beak, but Spiro looks like a little gobshite. Look at that. I know. I think it's a case I'm influenced by the anime.
Yeah.
Where Spiros were nasty, and he had a Pidgey that was cool. And it evolved into Pidgeotto.
Right.
So I just preferred Pidgey.
Okay.
Pidgeot! That's what they
Bear in
sound like.
mind.
Each time I might tell you what they sound like. Pidgeot!
Oh.
Bear in mind, if you get rid of the Pidgey, you're getting rid of 3.
It's true, but I like them more.
Yeah, I was going to go again. I was going to go for that point and say we're keeping. He's got more evolution. This one, Pidgeot's got more evolutions. That one just kind of goes from a tiny little angry bird to something that will look like it'll pet your eyes out. But this one's got more going on.
It's for me. It's Spiro and Firo, but it's up to you.
So yeah, get rid of these two. That's what I'm saying. Keep the pigeons because he's got more.
Keep the pigeons.
I think
More
I would
happening.
kick your asses if you'd picked Spiro and Firo. To be honest, in that one,
Do you hate them?
I don't really like them. Whereas Pidgeot is just a magnificent beast. Round 3, a duck off.
Duck off.
Far-fetched versus Psyduck and Golduck.
Far-fetched.
Duck with a leak.
Perfect name if you like punning Pokemon. If that's not too far-fetched.
No.
And always carrying a leak.
Right.
Always has one.
Okay.
Loves to take a leak.
Yeah.
I love Psyduck.
Psyduck. Golduck's rubbish though.
Yeah, but Psyduck, he looks hapless, he's cute, but he's got cool psychic powers. Golduck knows Ice Beam.
Right. Okay.
I'm just thinking.
Okay.
Farfetch'd, he's just. I imagine it's the best Pokemon to eat.
Right.
He's carrying one of his key side ingredients with him.
Good stock
nice,
with
I'm
him
with
and
it.
his-
Yeah.
So when you get bored of him, you can just rustle up a stew.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. And what's his power?
He's just a normal type. It's just a boring.
Just
he hits you with a leak.
Batters you with a leak.
Looks mean. Has a unibrow.
Right. Okay.
Well, Psyduck's a dumbass.
Yeah, I was going to say, Psyduck's one I'm aware of, and he's very like, and the other one looks like, how can we make this really stupid looking duck? Oh, let's just make him a bit more pointy and a bit.
I love Psyduck.
Yeah, but how the evolution looks like? Oh, we need to like some of them evolve. You can see the evolution. That's just like a rounded, cutesy dumb duck to like a big. Rrr! There's no real. Whereas I just like the surrealness of being battered to death with a leak. So I think we should keep that guy. Purely for that reason.
Well, you know, if we could get rid of individual types, I'd let you keep Golduck, but Psyduck, man. Look at him, he's adorable.
No.
He's fucking Psyduck.
No.
So am I
He doesn't say,
Sorry,
no, I know,
gang
I
himself.
remember him from the cartoon. No, he's one that, no.
Oh my
Sorry,
God.
doesn't do
Andrew,
it for me.
you have to weigh in on this.
Ooh,
Dead
it's the
heat.
first.
Dead heat.
I find Psyduck annoying and I find Golduck boring.
What the fuck's happening?
So I know, and Pokemon fans like Psyduck, but sod it. I'm a different man. Farfetch'd wins.
I am traumatised by this. Psyduck's one of my faves.
Okay, Soz.
Oh no.
Oh.
So 6 gone. Now we're going to round 4, a trio off. So you've got Diglett and Doug Trio versus Duduo and Dutrio.
Oh, I hate them. I hate Diglett and Doug Trio because it looks like someone stuck the thumb up at the ground and then it looks like 3 more thumbs joining.
And it's also, you don't like evolutions when they get friends.
No, they're just friends. Just 3 fucking friends together and I'm being told it's a new Pokemon.
Yeah.
He's just got friends.
Yeah.
Am I a different person because you 2 in the room with me?
You evolved.
Yeah.
You return into WGS, Scott.
WG Scott. WG.
I'm W.G. Scott.
WGS Scott.
Here's my memoirs.
Is that like I'm by a fire reading?
Yeah.
I had a friend called Andrew and a friend called Steve.
We used to podcast, you know.
We'd recommend and sometimes we'd decommend.
We once made up a word.
Decommend.
Dickman, some people say.
No one ever flagged it up. And I always thought it was odd. Everyone left us going to win.
Fetch me my wages. Yeah, anyway.
Whereas you got a pair of Siamese birds that grow an extra head. So
Yeah?
it's fine.
Who wouldn't go wrong with an extra head?
It's fine.
Well, you've killed a few birds so far.
Yeah.
I'd rather get rid of that than the thumbs that talk. Although in the anime they go diggly-dee, trio, 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 which I always thought you could do a nice remix for.
Okay. Anyone out there good with musical things?
Diggly-dee, trio, trio, trio.
There you go. Remix Scott.
So,
Pick.
Doug Trio and Diglett are gone. Do we
Cool.
agree?
Yeah.
And next we go round 5, Sea Off. Tentacool and Tentacruel versus Horsey and Seadra.
So you got your seahorses versus your jellyfish.
I think the jellyfish looks like it's just opened out a little bit. When
What
it
does that
evolves,
mean?
it doesn't really do a lot. There it's like,
More easy going.
you know when you get jellyfish and they swim and they're like up and then they're flat. That looks like it's doing that. It's swimming and then it's flat.
Yeah.
And it's swimming. So that doesn't look very exciting. Whereas the seahorse ones, where I've lost them there, the seahorse looks quite cool. It's cute, and then he's like, "Rawr," and it's quite angry.
Yeah, he goes cute.
I
and
like
then he gets more vicious. Tentacool and Tentacruel never look cute. But I think that looks more badass. He's got like a little beak nose there.
Oh, I thought that was just another leg. Oh, I see.
No, it's
I'm
like
with
a
you.
beak nose.
Oh, right.
And they're fucking huge, aren't
They're
they?
huge. And
Okay.
it's like the Kraken. It's like Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest shit.
Oh,
if you
right.
will.
Right,
Whereas
that's
that's
like a
just
little seahorse.
an angry seahorse.
What does the
But it does
seahorse
have electric
do?
moves,
So what
doesn't
does
it?
it
He
do?
like bubbles at you.
I like the idea of an electric seahorse. So those two,
What is it about that idea you love?
I don't know. I just like the idea of
Just love the idea.
something. I
I love
don't
the
know.
idea of a wet weasel.
The idea.
I know you do, I've heard.
Just,
A lubed.
I just love the idea of a rock badger. So
I might be completely wrong with the electric.
I
You've
did
got me
not
doubting me.
You might be right.
I don't know any animal that, like the electric eel. Always, or it's one of those weird things like water and electricity don't mix, and they're supposed to never mix. Yet here's an animal in nature that's made of
eel?
electricity, and that's what I mean. That's made of electricity and swimming underwater. So nature's saying, "Ha, fuck you" to all your what you know, and
Nature.
putting water in electrics. So I like the electric seahorses.
Okay.
So I'd like to keep those, please.
I think
don't know how
I
you
prefer
feel.
Tentacool and Tentacruel, if I'm being honest. But we can throw this back to Andrew, the Thai Master General.
Tentacool and Tentacruel, the main memory I have with Tentacruel is thousands of them attacking you as you're swimming on the water routes.
They can be annoying, yeah.
They are annoying. Horsey eats cute, and I don't like that. I don't like cute things. I'm not like you, Steve. But I think Seadra is pretty cool.
Oh, and it's named after a cider.
What is?
Stella Seadra. Is it
Oh yeah,
Stella?
Seadra. Sorry,
Seadra.
I was because I was thinking how it's really spelled. I did not make the pun connection.
But you know what?
Seadra.
I'm going to go because they're much ado for me. I sided with you earlier on, Steve. I'm going to side with Scott this time and get rid of Horsey and Seadra.
Okay.
Just for
Bye.
The
fun.
one I care
Yeah,
less
yeah.
about.
Round 6. a hot off.
Oh.
Growlithe and Arcanine versus Vulpix and Ninetales. So Growlithe and Arcanine are like fire dogs. Arcanine's quite big.
Okay.
Vulpix is a cute, like little foxy creature, and then it turns into Ninetales, which is like a nine-tailed wolf.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never really liked Vulpix and Ninetales because it just grows a really poofy, elaborate set of tails. So it looks like a weird peacock dog.
Mm.
And it does nothing for me. And then he goes white, which doesn't mean you can't be a fire type, but I like the sort of red.
Yeah. If you're going to be fiery.
Yeah, what's the word I'm thinking? Motif. I like the red motif for fire types. Whereas Growlithe, he's a cool fire dog, and he's the coolest fire dog. And then, yeah, he just gets bigger, meaner, and bushier. But he used to be. If I didn't start with Charmander, I'd end up with a Growlithe or an Arcanine in my team. It'd always happen. So I'd get rid of Vulpix and Ninetales.
I go with you on that because it's a thing that looks like it's got all its tails on its back, and then it's turning around going, oh, and looking because all its tails are falling off its back.
You've just made me very mad. Ninetales is one of my favourite Pokemon.
Is it really?
Yeah, big fire wolf. A fire-breathing wolf that looks like those from Princess Mononoke. It's giant and it breathes fire.
It does look very...
It doesn't, in that picture, it doesn't do it justice then.
In fairness, it does look very anime. But
I can't see.
And Growlithe's just a little yappy dog. I mean, Arcanine's pretty cool, but
I've always preferred him.
I don't know. I know where you're going to go, but I'm not happy about it.
But Vulpix and Ninetales always reminds me of Tails from Sonic, only they don't fly. Though incidentally, how does Tails fly?
Spinning like a helicopter.
Yeah.
But if you had two tails, they'd just like tie themselves up.
Logically.
Well, surely they work like nipple tassels. They go at the same time.
They work like nipple tassels.
If you get them going
you
at
never
the
get
same
them
time,
tangled up, do you?
They would like that.
They're only connected at the same point.
Yeah, but if he got them spinning,
yeah, they'd tie themselves up. You'd have to have like a rotator cuff to
propel 15 minutes,
like a helicopter. On a different day.
Sorry.
Yeah. Skip to the end.
Well, my votes. I want to keep Growlithe and Arcanine. Steve, what do you want to do?
Yeah.
Sorry, Andrew.
Dickhead.
It's revenge for Sido.
Round 7, a one-off. So you got Aerodactyl versus Snorlax.
Easy peasy lemons.
Right, before you say then, so you pick Steve before Scott sways you.
I want to keep Snorlax.
You would.
Because... I like the fact that he's lasted so many games.
Piece of shit.
He's a fat, useless piece of shit. That he's lasted so many games, and he just...
They all have!
No, they all have! But they've all got evolutions, and they've all evolved and all different things. Does he have an evolution now?
Yeah.
I didn't think he did. I thought he was still just fat and useless, and he didn't evolve into anything.
He has Munchlax, which evolves into him.
So it's a fatter version that eats some stuff.
It's a smaller version.
A smaller version that
becomes
eats some
a fat sloth.
Right, okay.
Stops you progressing through bridges until you get your Pokeflute.
So
that's all he's for, is to be an obstacle.
It is. It's like, oh no, a Snorlax has fallen asleep, you can't come through it, come back later. Oh shit.
So he's woken up and he keeps using rest.
Yeah. So for that reason, I quite like the mischievousness of that, and I quite like that he does that.
No.
So I want to keep Snorlax.
Oh. I get what you're saying. I don't hate
because I think it's just it's a bit different. He's not a fire that makes a fire that grows into another fire.
No, he's a fat guy who sits.
He's a fat guy that just sits in the way.
I know how annoying it would be to be fire who goes into more fire.
I don't know. I quite like the fact that he's just fat.
He looks like a Buddha.
Yeah,
look at that picture.
Exactly. He looks happy and calm and peaceful and at one with himself when he just sits.
No, don't give him the aspects of Buddhism.
But he doesn't need to fight. He just sits. He's just like,
they're for fighting.
You guys are fighting about having a nap. Fuck off.
But
there you go. I'm keeping Snorlax. Scott.
I actually like Snorlax more than I'm letting on. He's kind of a cool trope in the game and you can never get through it. But he's also useless. It's kind of part of his charm is that he's a bit of a joke. Whereas Aerodactyl's a fucking rock pterodactyl. Look at his jaw.
Oh, he's a rock. You see, I'm not a fan of the rock types.
But he's a pterodactyl.
Yeah.
Do you like dinosaurs?
Yeah.
He's a fucking
Yeah.
pterodactyl.
I'm keeping with my Snorlax.
I love
You're not
Aerodactyl.
selling
It's my
it.
favourite rock fossil.
He's pretty kick-ass, but I think I
But fuck that. There's too many kick-ass ones. Let's keep the fat one that sleeps.
exactly.
So you're at an impasse here. It's almost like you've walked up to a Snorlax. You can't get any.
Yeah,
further.
we're not coming past.
So I have to
Right,
decide.
you're the poker flute, Andrew.
Or whatever noise.
Are we catching Snorlax, or are we going to accidentally kill him because he keeps using rest?
True, he is annoying, but I never really used either. I always seem to get Aerodactyl too late in the game to be bothered.
I make a special point of getting him as early as possible because he's a flying type, which if you don't get Torridor.
But he's a rock pterodactyl. He's like a dragon. So I'm picking a dragon over a fat guy.
Yeah, which I think everyone would.
I like to be. I like to just throw a difference of opinion in there again.
Round 8. Weirdo.
I'm sticking by my.
No, it's gone.
He's gone.
Dead.
He's dead. He's
And we're going to
gone.
feast on that tonight.
Yeah.
Round. So we are 13 gone. Round 8. A weird off. Mr.
Alright.
Mime
Mr. Mime, he's irritating.
versus Jinx.
Mr. Mime. Oh, there.
Oh well,
Where's Jinx?
they're both near each other. There.
Oh,
Well,
God.
Jinx looks like Nicki Minaj, and Mr. Mime, he's just a weird mimey guy.
He is, and
They're both too freaky for words.
the only Pokemon game I've played is White, and they are fucking everywhere. They're really irritating.
Well, Mr. Mimes are creepy, but I think in a really weird way it's part of its charm. And in the anime, he became like a sort of weird butler
Slave.
servant
Oh,
to
right.
his mum,
Oof, okay.
Ash's mum. Whereas Jinx, from conception, has always seemed incredibly racist to me. And they've tried to change it in more recent games to make it more purple, but they've always kind of been minstrel-esque in their very concept design, which will always make them slightly inherently racist.
Right. And for that reason.
Like, don't get me wrong, quite progressive in
Yeah.
a transgender sexual Pokemon,
Yeah.
but still kind of racist.
Okay.
So what are you going with?
So do you go backwards to go forward, Steve, or do you just pick Mr. Mimes?
2 steps forward, 2 steps back. Yeah, we can't have racism. we can't.
You're right. I might call this argument for everyone I want to keep. Or are you going to be racist, Steve?
Quash the racism.
and get rid of Psyduck?
Some of them thoughts he has, some of those minds he reads. Oh,
So we're getting rid of Jinx.
We're getting rid of Jinx, yeah.
Jinx is gone.
Jinxie's gone. Bye,
Round-
Jinxie.
Round 9. A red/blue off, and it's Magma versus Electabuzz.
Oh no!
Fire Duck, Electabuzz,
These
weird
are two of my
zappy man.
faves. Why do you do this to me, Andrew?
It's not going to get any easier.
Keep Magma.
Oh well, it's easy for some, isn't it? Well,
Easy for me, Magma.
oh my god.
Oh, Electabuzz,
But
let's
he's-
kill him. Yeah!
I like Magma, but he is a duck with a bum on its head, as Andrew once famously said and made me laugh for about 10 minutes. But Electabuzz is cool. That's an odd look. He's one of the best electric types. Look how cool that is. And also, the added evolution to both of them in the last
Right.
generation. And what Magma evolves into, Magmortar, is the biggest piece of shit I've ever seen in my life. Whereas Electabuzz evolves into Electivire, which is essentially a slightly cooler Electabuzz.
But ultimately, we're going to have one electric Pokemon, and we know who that's going to be. In my mind.
Who's that? You need more than one type, though. You need like an equal measure of
Yeah.
types to make this game work.
I like that one. Sorry, I was before you'd even sold. I was sold.
I'd pick Electabuzz, but are you going to Magma for the decider? Yeah.
I'd already done it.
Why am I
I'd already done it.
losing all my favourites?
I'd already done
Okay,
it.
let's
I
have
didn't
a
know it was your.
Round 10. Safari off. Pinsir versus Scyther.
Easiest thing
Right, let's
in the
see
world.
before you decide. Pinsir, he's like got 2 spikes on his head. He's got the weird mouth.
Like
printed.
an upright stag beetle.
Scyther, he's got slashy claws.
The slashy claws one. I
Scyther.
want to
Very,
keep. I want to keep
science.
because I like
Talk
the.
us through your scientific method.
I like the name Scyther. That sounds good. And the idea of him having slashy claws. The other one, a standing up stag beetle, just sounds a bit weird.
You always got Pinsir in blue and you got Cypher in red, and I always much prefer Cypher. I've wasted so much time trying to get one in Safari Zone. Looks cool. If I was into Sizer, who's even cooler.
Yeah.
Always love Cypher. He will always win.
So keeping him and getting rid of.
Sorry, Pinsir.
Bye, Pinsir.
Who I don't mind him at all. Just never quite ever used him.
So we're going like dragony coily things off now.
Dragony coily things.
So you've got Onyx. There's a big rock snake with a spiky fin head.
Yeah, I know him.
And then Magikarp and Gyarados.
Oh,
Gary.
Dude.
There's a fish and then a Chinese dragon.
Oh god. Keep the Chinese dragon.
It's really easy for Steve, isn't it? There's no talking for
he's
He doesn't
cool.
have no
I like the
experience with them.
I like the Chinese dragon one. The fish looks pretty useless.
It's the most useless.
And the rock with a spike on its head. I don't know. It just looks a little bit like a poo. So I think
just gets weirdly personal.
I think we'll go for the Chinese dragon. I think that's
I would pick the same for very different reasons.
You've not drawn the whole.
I just like the concept of you've got the worst Pokemon no one had ever used. He doesn't even learn a move to level 15. He's just he's a floppy fish.
Which one?
That's
The fit? Yeah, he looks it.
But if you put the time in, if you just stand by it and show some faith, you will get one of the most badass Pokemon, a massive Chinese dragon.
Dragon Rage.
I've always liked that concept, and I've always gone for him.
It annoyed me in Gold and Silver where you could just catch them, Gyarados.
Oh, you got a red one.
You shouldn't be able to just catch one, you need to put the time in.
You need to get an old rod and catch a Magikarp, or pay for it, and then to put your time in.
So poor old Onyx, the poo, is gone.
Oh.
Poor Onyx.
Bye, Onyx.
Onyx poo.
Oh,
no, I couldn't get rid of Gyarados. He's one of my key ones I used to use all the time.
Okay, so now we have a spook-off.
Okay.
Ghastly Haunter and Gengar versus Abracadabra and Alakazam.
I knew you'd do that.
Keep those ones.
It's really easy for Steve.
You're not really talking through
No,
them.
it's not really.
Describe what these ones are.
Not building any suspense.
So there's a ball that turned an angry-looking ball with massive eyes. That
I'm going to tell you something about these in a minute. Which might change your mind.
then seems to grow into his head and get some angry spikes, and then he just seems to get a bit fat.
So this is actually the creature coming through into our reality from the dimension. It starts as a ball looking through a hole at you. It then comes out as a ghost,
right?
And then that's the creature in its actual form, a demon creature. Whereas this is a little squinty-eyed rat that turns into a weird man kind of insect creature, which gathers some spoons.
Weirdly enough, in describing them, you've actually switched me to this. Because I have one of those at home. The little.
What do you mean? You've got an Abra at home?
Yeah.
Does it keep disappearing?
Does it teleport away when you close by?
You haven't seen it for a while. I do like the idea of that.
Did you know that there's a rampant speculation
spoons.
that Gengar is actually a deceased Clefairy?
I love that.
They look very similar. It's really tough because I love Abras, so cute, and they're annoying because you teleport away, but they're so rewarding when you catch one. And because you get Kadabra quite soon, and they know all the psychic moves. And Alakazam's a fucking beast.
Right.
If you play at Pokemon Stadium or whatever, you pick him with one.
Fucking hell.
But he does just essentially grow an extra spoon and his tail disappears.
Right.
Whereas...
And they're not particularly a pretty looking thing, are they?
Yeah.
No, they start off kind of cute looking.
The ghost Pokemon, I never cared for back when I played it in the Red days, Pokemon Red. But nowadays, I'm always wrong. I don't know what it is. I think since trading doesn't seem such a fucking arse, I'm suddenly well into Gengars. Because, ghost moves, psychic moves, thunder, you can teach them all sorts of poison.
And I like the idea that it starts off peeking at you and it comes out and then evolves.
It does add a cool factor. So, very reluctantly...
I was being silly with the spoons, but I like
very reluctantly I get rid of Abracadabra and Alakazam. Bippity boppity boo. I think we've got rid of 45 Pokemon in these two little... I think we're doing well. Although there's some I'm really going to miss. Especially when we've kept Seal
We haven't had him yet.
Dugong.
We've not had him
But
yet.
we've got rid of Electrobuzz, Psyduck, and
We've not had them yet. We've not had Seal yet.
But it's bullshit.
I'm the first to get rid of that when that comes up. Believe me.
Even if we get to 50 and it don't come up, I'm getting rid of it.
It's going. Believe
We're going
me, it's
above
fine.
and beyond because
It's fine.
Should we just get rid of Seal and Dugong then?
yeah, don't
Right,
even
Seal and
compare
Dugong
them.
we do
gone.
that?
Don't even compare them.
They're just gone. It's a seal that
Right.
grows into a slightly bigger, more gormless seal.
Round 13, a legend off. Zapdos, Moltres, Articuno. You have to get rid of one. Ice Bird, Electric Bird, Firebird.
I know exactly where I'm going, but I'll let
Okay.
Steve go first.
An ice bird would be pretty cool. Swoop. I didn't think of that. Electric bird, yeah, cool. But the idea of a firebird is very similar to a dragon. Yeah, that's what they are. It's dragon. No, I'm going to keep the big sweeping thing breathing
lizards.
fire at you.
But the flying lizards, dragons.
Yeah, but it's a flying, swooping fire over you.
I've never made the connection between
But I
firebirds
don't-
and dragons. But I guess in a very broad sense.
Is it anything like? Is it a phoenix kind of firebird? Does it do anything special?
Very
or is it
similar to a
just
phoenix. It's a Firebird. A
It's like a
legendary giant
mockingjay
firebird.
on
Yeah,
fire,
Yeah.
catching fire.
Oh. That actually looks like Johnny Bravo if you actually look at that.
Oh, you've sold it. Oh, yeah. No.
Not the bird, the badge from.
Oh, right. I'd go for the firebird to keep. 'Cause I
Okay,
like
you
the
gotta
idea
keep
of a
two.
giant
You have to
firebird.
keep
Get rid of one, whatever.
And I would keep the electric bird.
You want to get rid of Articuno?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Steve, Scott?
I've always liked Articuno because he's the first one you encounter if you don't go to the power plant early. And he's a cool ice one, and he just looks cool to me, and I've always liked him.
To be honest, you're a nutcase if you get rid of Articuno,
Yeah.
because you don't often get many ice creatures in
No.
there, and they're very valuable. In fact, he's probably the best of all three.
Well, I don't know that.
And Zapdos,
You're just a fool.
and Zapdos quite predictably, because in any case, there's three very similar things. The electric one always looks the coolest. So Zapdos has always looked the coolest, and you get him in the power plant. Moltres, it's been done. He looks basic. If he wasn't on fire, he'd look like a bold flying chicken.
Right.
And also, there's a Pokemon in the generation after this called Ho-Oh, which is another very similar flamey bird, red bird. I'd get Moltres every day a week for me. I'll get rid of.
I think so. I agree with you. Articuno is just undroppable. He's the best.
Too indispensable in the game, and Zapdos is the coolest.
Zapdos is, because I don't like many electric Pokemon, to be honest, and he's useful. And Moltres, if you did get rid of those flames, he's just a scrawny stalk. Really.
He's like flying
Okay,
turkey.
Where do you think we're going with the last round?
Let's see, what are we up to? We've got rid of one, so we're at 48, so we need to get rid of two. So let's think like Andrew. Okay, get in character, Steve. You're Andrew. I want to hear you getting into character.
That is me getting into character.
Okay, well, it's very quiet.
Makes for great audio.
It makes for a great podcast.
I was looking at them. Sorry, I don't know which.
So I'm going
names.
to go for a Steve off.
I thought you might.
We're going to kill either Pikachu and Raichu,
Yeah.
or Jigglypuff and Wigglytuff.
Oh, you.
Yeah, I'm going to make this easy. And you know what? You could be really mean here, Scott.
I know I could.
And I could just back you up.
Yeah. Well, this is what we do.
But yeah, let's have a look. Pikachu is a yellow rat with electric powers.
Yeah.
Seems to be the most popular, although he's the most annoying on the television programme.
Yeah.
Or Jigglypuff, who's a little football who sings and draws on your face.
What does that evolution do?
Fatter version of
looks like a fat rabbit.
Fat rabbit, or really poor. The only evolution you never want to do is Pikachu into Raichu.
Raichu, yeah.
Although, actually, I've always thought that, but in X and Y, Raichu looks cool.
I'd never evolved him. I didn't bother.
It's the first time I thought Raichu looked kind of cool.
Right.
Maybe it's the motion and the better I don't know.
Oh right.
He looked viable. For the first time, he looked kind of viable.
Okay. This is a tough one because I like both of them.
I'm gonna let you squirm for a bit.
So Pikachu, obviously Pikachu's the iconic one. Pikachu's the one that whenever we spoke about it earlier off air, that Pikachu, you think about Pokemon and that's the one that people automatically go to. Oh yeah, Pikachu. So for that reason, but then Jigglypuff, I like the idea of Jigglypuff. Just I think when I saw the episode when he does sing and sends everyone to sleep, and I realised that's what he did. It's like that's pretty kind of cool, but it's also
and it's pink and round, and that's your kind of thing.
That's my kind of thing. But instead, it's a little bit dickish. Send everyone to sleep and then draw on them. And the fact that he evolves into a fat rabbit, I don't know. The evolution's not as cool. Him in itself is cool, but I'm not keen on the evolution.
In an ideal world,
like
you'd get rid of both evolutions and keep Pikachu. And
Jigglypuff. I would,
but you can't.
But I can't. And I've never evolved Pikachu. I mean, I've only played Y, but I never evolved Pikachu into Raichu. But Raichu does still look pretty badass. So on that grounds, I'm going to go get rid of Jigglypuff.
Was that difficult?
Yeah, but I think I handled it. With words.
You think you handled it with your words?
And my gesticulating of the pen. Thus.
Pikachu's the mascot, especially for Western audiences of the show, and got the anime and stuff. And I have such great memories of catching one in Viridian Forest and using it for Misty's Gym, and you always had a Pikachu in your team. Yeah, no one evolves it to Raichu, but he's still not. He's not bad. It's just that Pikachu's so good. If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It's not because you'd hate a Raichu. It's because you don't want to get rid of your Pikachu.
Yeah.
Jigglypuff. I have a soft spot for Jigglypuff. It's somewhat their mascot in Japan as well. In the Super Smash Bros. Game and stuff. I don't mind Jigglypuff at all. I don't use them a lot though.
Right.
I like them more than the.
Than actually playing.
Than playing them.
Okay.
And I hate Wigglytuff. It's a rotund rabbit. It turns into the cute ball who sings.
Yeah.
To a rabbit with a spit curl.
Yeah.
What's that about?
I know.
I've not seen a rabbit with a spit curl since those Super Bunny cartoons with Bugs Bunny. It's got like mousse on its head.
Yeah, it's not. It's
like
not
someone
the
took a shit on its head.
It's not the greatest evolution.
What? Jigglypuff's evolving? Someone stretched out and shat on its head. Does nothing for me.
No.
I'd have to agree with you.
Yeah. Begrudgingly, but yeah, I think if we're getting rid of one, we get rid of them. Keep Pikachu.
We got rid of 50, but at what fucking deadly cost?
I know.
There's no Electabuzz, no Abracadabra Alakazam, there's no Psyduck,
and no still Execute.
And Execute fucking... It's 7 eggs! It's 7 fucking... Is it even 7? How many? 6 eggs! One of them's not even a full egg. It's a fucking cracked egg. We've kept it, but fucking no. Can I have Electabuzz? No, of course can't. But he has fucking 6 eggs.
We at Weekly Geek Speak would like to put out a call. We have a missing podcast host. After recording the Poke-Call section, Scott stormed down to our local supermarket and started throwing eggs at people, shouting "Execute." 6 eggs, one's not even an egg. Several people were injured with eggshell-based gashes, and then he ran out the door shouting, "Psyduck, where's my Psyduck?" We haven't seen him since, so if you do see Scott, please do tweet us at Weekly Geek Speak. If you see any eggs broken, it's not children. Scott is breaking all the eggs.
He will be.
Because of Execute. I thought it would be a fun section.
Yeah.
Backfired.
I know.
So yeah, thank you for listening, but it's time to hear what you've had to say over the past few weeks. Steve, what time is it?
It's time for This Week The Geeks Have Spoken. Thank you as always for your interactions, 3-word reviews, and just general chit chat and banter. Really appreciate it. All the Follow Fridays, retweets. Lovely people. Thank you.
Lovely people.
Start as always with 3-word reviews, and Pete Bushbauer, the king of 3-word reviews, at Popular Outcasts, on his quest for 365 films. Mentioned before, he 350 last year, just shy. So now he's clearly got things rolling. He's watched 15.
To this point, we're on. So the podcast will be coming out on the 30th. This will be about a week before.
On 36.
He's on 36 now. Then he's bang on time. That's fine. Yeah, he's going to storm through.
Yeah, he's doing well.
Yeah.
So the ones I wanted to point out: The Maze Runner, Build a Ladder, 6 out of 10.
I've got no desire to see that film. I don't know why. It just looks. It looks like Hunger Games, and I'm not begrudging it for Hunger Games.
Yeah.
It feels like everything looks like Hunger Games now.
Yeah.
You know, like Divergent, and there's another one. Like,
Yeah,
in
there's
space
a lot
and
out
things. And yeah, we it's been done. Twilight and Hunger Games have that market. Find something else. It might be good.
Might be. Maybe it's an extended version of that bit from Harry Potter where they go in the maze.
Yeah. I'm judging a book by its cover.
Yeah,
obviously.
I am. Mystic River, not exactly uplifting, 7 out of 10. It's really not.
It's really not, but it's a really good film.
Great film.
It's directed by Clint, isn't it? Clint Eastwood. And I really like his films. Gran Torino and Changeling stand out particular, and Million Dollar. I always forget the amount.
I've
Million?
not seen it.
It's good. It's good.
I've heard American Sniper's quite good.
It's
divided people.
I've heard that.
As always.
Well, I've heard people thinking it's a propaganda video,
Yeah.
and other people thinking it's not very nice too. American. I don't know. I'll have to see it.
Yeah. Because I think initially the original cut of it was going to be that it showed the snipers from both sides. I don't know the story, but I don't know how it's changed. But yeah, interesting. Nightbreed, the director's cut. Cheesy 90s horror, 6 out of 10.
I remember seeing the Cabal cut. I don't know if this is the same cut. It almost felt like unnecessary.
Yeah, it was.
And the normal cut was better, and the director. It wasn't the director at that point. It was like the editor. The original editor was quite fervently valiant that it was crap before and it's good now. And I thought it was the other way around, personally.
Yeah.
It's still only like 6, 7 out of 10 at best film, personally.
Yeah, it was nice to see in the cinema. I'd agree. It's about 6 or 7, but yeah, it was a good cinema.
Very
watch.
of its time.
Yeah, very much so. It's one of those where you can't even. It's aged well. No, but worthy of a watch. Pain and Gain, Bay's best film, 8 out of 10.
Scott brought that, didn't he? He said it was a good outing.
And last one, Don John, Porn is Drugs, 8 out of 10. I've seen that, thoroughly enjoyed it.
Did you?
Yeah, I thought, because I remember we trailer trashed it and we thought, oh god, this is just really going to be him up his own arse, really. But genuinely good, really quite strong story, quite an interesting, and he plays the part really well. It's not too over the top.
And building on what I was saying earlier about the use of sex in Blue is the Warmest Colour, that kind of film, and Nymphomaniac as well, I wouldn't mind gratuitous amounts of sexing, because it's obviously about a porn addiction. It's about a sex addiction. You need that there. I think in Antichrist it is similar. You know, that's arguable actually, but it just seemed wrong in Blue is the Warmest Colour.
And Filth as well. Forgot to mention that doesn't go over the top, but again, that's about sex addiction. Yeah.
And if you're gonna go there and that kind of thing. Don't detriment from your point.
Yeah.
If it's a beautiful romance study.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know.
Richard Lawrence at Bill Owl, Taken 3. Nobody got taken. 4 out of 10.
Not surprised.
I've heard bad things.
No, it's just not for me.
Well, Liam Neeson was interviewed and somebody said, oh, we're going to get another one. He was like, haha, why would we do another one? There's no point. And here we are again.
I've got no family members to take.
No. A Most Violent Year, Longest Deal Ever, 7 out of 10. And this one I had to throw in. Just seen Ex Machina, just see it, 10 out of 10.
Ex Machina.
Ex Machina.
I always do that, don't I? Yeah, I need to see it. Hopefully I will see it before the next podcast as well, because I've only heard good things. Yeah,
I've heard very good things. Bex at Arbitrary Genius just adding Ex Machina was awesome and we'll probably see it again this week. So it's getting a lot of love. Yeah. And Luke Pietnik at Luke Pietnik, Godzilla 2014. It's ultimately predictable.
I would agree.
Yeah.
It's very predictable.
Man of many names, blah blah blah. At Sparky Wright, epic show, lads. Great look back at the year. Fist bump emoji.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for the feedback. At Buggy Irk, Invader Zim house proposal for a new Lego set. There's a deadline for May the 1st. It looks incredible.
Yeah, he got to us a while ago, didn't he?
Yeah.
With more Invader Zim Lego, and he looks like he's doing the house now. So he's a big Invader Zim
Definitely.
fan. So check that out.
Yeah, if you go to ideas.lego.com/project/47322, you can check it out there. It is brilliant.
Cool.
Superfan Robbie Polanco at Robbie_Polanco. Nothing wrong with female stormtroopers. I'm with Andrew. No sexy looking armour.
That's exactly it. Yeah, it almost seems pointless to point them out. You know, it should be a given.
Yeah,
yeah,
it should.
Yeah, but no sexy armour.
No sexy armour. No. There'll be a Halloween costume next year.
Yeah, there will.
Sexy stormtrooper.
I'm pretty sure there are cosplayers who go as sexy stormtroopers.
Yes.
I do not approve.
No. He also says, it sounds like you watched a film as bad as Jack Frost, the movie reviewed by @JT Movie Podcast. The Battlefield Earth.
Battlefield Earth.
Yeah.
Ah, yes. Very bad. But somehow he really enjoyed it.
Yeah. Maybe Jack Frost could be up there on our list.
Maybe.
Could add it.
We've already got our next few lined up, so we'll be bringing those to you soon.
Talking of Battlefield Earth, Bex at Arbitrary Genius said, my husband made some excuse and left me to watch Battlefield Earth with his dad, who loved it. Lucky I love him.
Yeah, bloody hell. What did you think, Arbitrary Genius? How did you find it?
Yeah.
Did you love it? Or did you feel like 2 hours of your life were wasted?
There was a Virginia Woolf recording on the BBC from 1937, one of the last surviving. And Emma French at Phileas French. This is absolutely amazing and haunting. Imagine if we had recordings of Byron or Shakespeare or Austen. That'd be incredible.
Oh no, yeah. To hear her voice, it was very kind of eerie. In a way. Yeah.
Oddly enough, I was doing my science planning at the weekend, and I found the recording of Thomas Edison from like the late 1800s when he recorded it on the tin foil.
Yeah,
that's incredible to think from 1887.
Yeah,
it's like wow.
Talking about old groundbreaking films, it was the past weekend. It was the memorial of the Holocaust. Yeah. And there was a great documentary about the film that never came out about the concentration camps, which was brought out by the Americans under a different name and a different slant. But that documentary on BBC, Night Will Fall, was a very interesting look.
Right.
But you know, it's very hard viewing, obviously. But viewing that, I agree, we needed to watch. And the argument here was, I think it was called Death Camps or Death Mills. The American version came out, and it very much blamed the German society. It went, look how bad they are, look how evil they were. Whereas Alfred Hitchcock, who was working on I forget, is it Bergman or something? I've forgotten his name. Do excuse me, but they were wanting to make a documentary which was more like, look at learn from this, learn about humanity and how these videos show the best and worst of humanity. It shows how people come together to overcome these horrible things. People work together to clear them up. We showed the people who stood idly by what happened, and it's really interesting viewing. And I have actually seen Concentration Camp, the actual film, and it's definitely worth a watch. I think it's available free on the British Museum website. So do check it out. It's an hour and a half of painful, horrible, heartbreaking, terrifying viewing. But I honestly think that that's the kind of film that everyone should see, because we need to remember what hatred can do.
Yeah, definitely.
It's just very raw.
Yeah,
but not really topic for the podcast, maybe. But it's just something that on that, like,
that does sound...
the resonance of something old still stands, and I think that's the same with Virginia Woolf to type.
Yeah, definitely. And I think I remember hearing that. I remember thinking, wow, okay, Hitchcock worked on a film about that. That's
it's the only documentary work he ever did.
Yeah,
and he came in and he said, right, that's horrible, harrowing footage, but how do we make it relevant
so that people can?
How do we make people think about it and things? How do we make it have the most impact? And he brought his endless talents to the project. He was only there, looked at the footage, gave them direction and left it, but it left
Oh,
its
wow.
print on it, but it
Yeah.
didn't come out until very recently.
I have to check that out. Jessica Greenhood at J Greenhood. We spoke to Sam Johnson last week from Actuality Press about his great work. Said, laugh my ass off, love his art. I follow him on Facebook, all because I found out about Geek Girl.
And that's it.
Yeah,
This week, the geeks have spoken.
they have indeed. Thank you kindly.
Please do get in touch. Let us know what you think of our poker call. Did you call along? Did you like our mean geeks? Were we right or wrong? And how far is too far? Have you seen that blue is the warmest colour? And also, I hope you didn't turn off after Steve made Anna give birth all over again. We'll be back next week. What will we have next week?
What have we
It's a
got?
whole week away. Can't even remember because we haven't even recorded it yet.
Uh-oh.
So yeah, tune in for that mystery
Tune in for a mystery ear
selection of things.
bashing. Ear bashing?
Ear bashing.
Doesn't work.
We're going to tell them off. Cool. All right. Thank you very much.
Cheers.
Bye.